Good afternoon. My name is Niko, host of the political radio show Mi Casa Su Casa, and we have had some interesting news pass by the table today. According to Newsweek and Washington Times, by the way, FBI probe into Clinton's emails prompted offer of cash citizenship for a confession from a Russian hacker. Now, what kind of confession, you may ask? Who knows, right? We've only been talking about one involvement with Russia in the United States election since God knows what, July of 2017 or 2016, and that is exactly the election we are referring to. Niko, I'm butchering this guy's name, so I don't speak Russian. My Russian accent is horrible, but that is that's what his name is. It's spelled Nikuln, so we can go with Niko. He was 29. He found himself in the middle of an international dispute between Washington and Moscow. Essentially, the FBI approached Mr. Niko to say that he must take the rap, and if he does take this rap, then he will be given citizenship. He has to say, and this is via Newsweek, he has to say that he hacked into Clinton's emails for Trump on behalf of Putin to affect the election. Like, that's such a very specific, claim. Like, hey, this is what I did. It's funny to me because he was asked to do so in October. And now, if you go to the Newsweek article, which I will post in the description below, it gets even more interesting because a publication in Russia, rather, actually has the letters that were sent from the United States to Niko. The lawyer also said that he had actually been approached with this offer several times. So all this stuff is in the Newsweek article. This isn't some crazy like conspiracy theory. This isn't some this is what we've been telling you forever still. And here's what's probably more frustrating, because for those of you who don't realize, once again, when this was done October 6th, I believe was, October 6th. I don't want to lie. Hold on. I want to tell you when he was first approached. Oh, even better. The claims actually started in November. I saw something saying October. The claims actually started in mid-November. And so with that being said, he was essentially trying to, here we go. So here's where the original allegation started. So the U.S. allegations with that Russia sponsored a series of hacks and targeted Democratic Party candidate and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in favor of Republican candidate and current President Donald Trump. So on October 5th, 2016, days before the U.S. intelligence publicly accused Russia of endorsing infiltration of the Democratic Party's official emails, Niko was arrested in Prague at the request of the United States on separate hacking charges. Now, Niko claims the U.S. authorities tried to pin the email scandal on him, which he has absolutely no reason for saying. He's a regular hacker. You know, he's doing some time. He's in the Czech Republic right now. But what this essentially proves is exactly what we have always proven, that they were going to try to affect the outcome of the election, that James Comey is a rat, that the U.S. intelligence, remember, because at first the U.S. intelligence agencies hadn't all agreed with this sentiment that is being expressed by the FBI and a couple of others. But around October, when this guy was arrested, everybody towards the end of October kind of simultaneously changed their minds, if you will. And all of a sudden, boom. They all agree that Russia did it, probably because they were going to coerce this guy or bribe him, which is what the article says, into taking the rap for it. He has yet to do so. Moscow is requesting his extradition, probably for their safety. But this is the proof that we have been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought that Comey was fired because he was investigating Trump and Trump didn't want to get caught, that's not true. Trump probably found this out, considering this is the 11th and Comey was fired merely days before. This information was probably just recently released. Now, don't forget, there's also the fact that Comey had a hearing the week before and it didn't go any better than the previous hearings that he had had with the legislature. They didn't like him then. They didn't like him now. It is simple. The only difference is whenever he was doing what the Democratic Obama administration wanted, they kept him. He's doing the opposite of what the Trump administration wanted, so they fired him. So, given the U.S. authorities tried to pin this on, trying to pin this on Niko, I would probably fire Comey too, because at some point he was probably in on it, which means he's not working with Trump, which means the investigation probably was simply giving him access to Niko to, further induce the idea that Trump somehow colluded with with Russia and Putin to sway the election in his favor. Now, once again, don't ever confuse this with me saying that there was, no election, like no way that Russia influenced or tried to influence the election, because they're a superpower. They try to influence the election as much as we try to influence every other election, as much as any superpower tries to influence the outcome of elections. But nonetheless, the proof is in the pudding. This guy has no reason to lie. This is a random, as far as we're concerned in America and the United States, this is a random hacker. His lawyer corroborated his statement. So, you be the judge. I'll place the article below. Like I said, you can see the actual letters if you go to the article. They are linked in there. Thanks for watching. And always remember, find your balance.